All praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Let's get right into this lesson.
A program where instead of people don't know this, Section 8 has a program where instead of paying your rent, they'll
Rent to
pay a
own.
mortgage. Now,
The government will pay you Section 8 in your own house?
your own house.
They'll pay you your rent in your own house that you
They
bought.
pay your no. They pay the mortgage. It's not the money that doesn't.
That
go
means
to
instead
you.
of the government paying $2,300 for you to be in Section 8, they'll pay your mortgage.
They pay a mortgage. So basically, they pay your house because eventually
You're gonna own it.
You're
The
gonna
government doesn't own doesn't own the title.
no, it's your house.
Sounds like the biggest.
Now, before you reach out to me for this, I have no idea about it. Like this is public information.
There's no idea.
Google it, ChatGPT it, Gemini it. What else is out there? Grok it.
And it could be 100% legal.
Look at this Somalian. He comes to America, scams the system, and takes advantage of America's generosity and America's laws. When is Nick Shirley gonna do an expose on this Somalian community in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, or these colonies out in Queens and New Jersey? But I highly doubt that he will. Certain communities and certain groups are allowed to commit fraud as much as they want and scam everyone as much as possible. They go to war to launder money for the billions and trillions of dollars in Iraq, in Afghanistan, in Ukraine today. They fund genocide. But who are we going to pick on? The Somalians and their daycares. And this is why I never liked Batman. Batman always goes after petty criminals. I've always been more of a fan of Bane. He goes after the banksters and the politicians, the real criminals and the real gangsters of society.
Alright, so as you can see, I can't verify anything with that Section 8 thing. When I say I can't verify it, meaning I don't know much about it. So if you guys want to search it up, you can. But just know that this is probably not going to be for you. This is mainly going to be something for the Amalekites. This is why the guy that was talking in a video about certain communities and certain groups, he was also talking about the Amalekites that are benefiting from the government basically giving them money to do nothing. I believe there is a video where this guy was interviewing Amalekites, and some of the Amalekites said that they don't even work, that all they do is study, right? And that their woman works. And they have and they, on average, those Amalekites in those communities, which is our Section 8 and all the government benefits, average up to 7 children, right? Per family. But yet, America will tell the average citizen who is not an Amalekite that you shouldn't be having kids if you can't afford it. But yet these Amalekites who can't afford having kids are having as much as possible, or having a lot, and the government looks the other way. This is why, let's get out of scripture. It says in Psalms chapter 73 verse 5, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men, right? The Amalekites, really the Edomites, are not plagued like other men. Because the thing is, they have something called rules for thee, not for me. So what rules? So the rules they don't have to follow, we have to follow, right? I think some of these Amalekites get free, can get loopholes into free or cheap colleges, right? Or America basically subsidizes the Amalekites over in Israel, right? While the American taxpayer has to sign an expensive loan to go to college. While the American taxpayer has to pay so much money for a daycare, right? And if you dare as an American taxpayer fall in hard times, the government will not be merciful to you and they will take away everything, right? So these Amalekites are not in trouble as other men. right? And these Edomites are no different, right? Because these Edomites have done the same thing, which Amalekite is just an Edomite, right? But Amalek is the head tribe of Edom, right? So these Edomites, they will do the same thing and have done the same thing previously in the past. But the thing is, Edom, as you know, there's inside fighting, right? So let's get this out here. I believe it might be Isaiah chapter 19, verse 4. I could be wrong. Nope, that's not that one. Here we go. Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Right. So the thing is you have these Edomites angry with their own people, right? The Amalekites are also Edomites because the Esau, the Edomite man, isn't getting that possession, that table of money that Amalek is hoarding all for himself, right? So this is why you have Esau and Esau going back and forth, right? Amalek against Esau, both Edomites, right? So we're all getting screwed over by these Amalekites at the top, and they're constantly hoarding and hoarding and hoarding and hoarding more money, right? This eventually will lead to a new system, which will involve the Sihib, right? So we know, according to 2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse 9, let's get it out. That as Israelites, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, for all we care, this system can collapse, right? This system can squeeze out as much as it wants because our heart, our treasure is not in this system. It's not in America. It's in the kingdom of heaven, right? So it says in 2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse 9, for Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, right? So for us, we're just waiting for this system to end. We have no expectations of trying to become rich in this system, of trying to become famous in this system, right? Or trying to win the lottery in this system, right? We just want Yahweh to come destroy this system and set up the new system where Jacob is beginning of it. So I hope this lesson was edifying. All praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. I hope this lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect and the elect and 144,000 and Shalom.